Ever wonder why you do what you do? What drives your actions and decisions every single day? Ever feel like your life is on autopilot? Like you're just going through the motions without really thinking about it? You wake up, brush your teeth, grab coffee and head out the door. It's the same routine, day in and day out. It's like you're just going through the motions, almost as if you're a robot programmed to follow a set path. Guess what? A big part of that is because of habits. These routines are deeply ingrained in our daily lives. Habits are like shortcuts our brains create to save energy. They allow us to perform tasks without having to think about every single step. They are the actions we do automatically without even thinking. It's our brain's way of being efficient. Think about it. Driving to work, scrolling through your phone or reaching for a snack. These are all habits. These actions are so ingrained in us that we do them without a second thought. These are often habits in action. They shape our daily lives and influence our behavior. Now, habits aren't always a bad thing. In fact, they can be incredibly beneficial. They can be super helpful. Good habits can lead to increased productivity and help us achieve our goals. Imagine having to think about every single step of tying your shoes each time. It would be exhausting. Habits free up our brains to focus on more important things. They allow us to concentrate on complex tasks and solve problems. But here's the catch. Habits can also hold us back. Negative habits can keep us stuck in unproductive patterns. If we're not careful, we can get stuck in negative patterns that don't serve us. These habits can make us feel trapped and unmotivated. The good news is we have the power to change them. By being mindful and intentional, we can break free from negative habits and create positive ones. If you found this insightful, make sure to like and subscribe to Rich Reads for more content that helps you unlock your potential. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to Rich Reads for more insightful summaries and tips to enrich your life. Ready to understand the science behind habits? It all comes down to something called the habit loop. Think of it like a three-step process: cue, routine, reward. First, there's the cue. This is the trigger that sets the habit in motion. It could be a certain time of day, a specific place, or even an emotion. For example, feeling stressed might be your cue to reach for a sugary snack. Next comes the routine. This is the actual behavior or action you take, the habit itself. In our example, the routine would be eating the sugary snack. Finally, there's the reward. This is the positive feeling or outcome you get from performing the habit. In this case, the reward might be a temporary feeling of comfort or satisfaction from the sugar rush. Let's dive deeper into the magic formula of the habit loop. Remember, it all starts with the cue. Our brains are constantly looking for patterns and associations. Over time, they learn to connect certain cues with specific routines. For example, let's say you always check your phone first thing in the morning. The cue is waking up, the routine is grabbing your phone. And the reward, maybe it's the feeling of being connected or the distraction from the day ahead. The more we repeat a habit loop, the stronger the connection becomes between the cue, routine, and reward. This is why it can be so hard to break bad habits. Our brains have been wired to crave that reward. Here's the thing about habits. It's not always about the habit itself, it's about the craving it satisfies. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Habits, especially those that provide a quick reward, tap into this fundamental drive. Think about scrolling through social media. The cue might be boredom, the routine is the scrolling, but the reward is that little dopamine hit we get from seeing a funny meme or getting a notification. Over time, these cravings become so powerful that they drive our behavior without us even realizing it. We're not really thinking, I want to check Instagram. We're thinking, I want that feeling of connection and distraction. Section 5, Keystone Habits, small changes, big impact. Now, let's talk about keystone habits. These are like the MVPs of the habit world. They have a ripple effect, influencing other areas of our lives and leading to positive changes. One example of a keystone habit is exercise. When people start exercising regularly, they often experience a cascade of positive changes. They might start eating healthier, sleeping better, and feeling more confident. Another example is making your bed every morning. It seems like such a small thing, but it can create a sense of order and accomplishment that sets the tone for the rest of your day. By identifying and focusing on keystone habits, we can unlock a chain reaction of positive change in our lives. Section 6. Transforming habits, out with the old, in with the new. This section is all about making meaningful changes in your life by understanding and transforming your habits. Ready to break free from habits that are holding you back? Whether it's smoking, overeating, or procrastinating, the journey to change starts now. The good news is you absolutely can. Small victories lead to big changes, and every step forward counts. It all starts with awareness. Being mindful of your actions and understanding why you do what you do is crucial. The first step is to identify the habit loop. What's the cue, what's the routine, and what's the reward? This loop is the foundation of every habit. Once you understand the habit loop, you can start to change it. This understanding gives you the power to take control. One effective strategy is to keep the cue and reward the same, but change the routine. This way you can maintain the positive aspects while eliminating the negative behavior. For example, let's say you want to stop snacking on chips every afternoon. This is a common habit many people struggle with. The cue might be feeling bored or tired around 3 p.m. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to making a change. The reward is the temporary satisfaction from the salty snack. It's a quick fix that feels good in the moment. Instead of reaching for the chips, try replacing the routine with a healthier option, like going for a walk, having a piece of fruit, or calling a friend. These alternatives can provide the same reward without the negative consequences. Section 7. Finding your tribe, the power of community. Changing habits can be tough, but you don't have to do it alone. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a world of difference. Think about it. When you're trying to eat healthier, it's a lot easier when you're not surrounded by tempting junk food. The same goes for any habit you're trying to change. Find your tribe, people who will encourage you, hold you accountable, and celebrate your wins. Join a group fitness class, find a workout buddy, or connect with others online who are working towards similar goals. Section 8. Willpower, a muscle that needs training. Have you ever started a new habit with the best of intentions, only to fall back into old patterns after a few days? We've all been there. It's not because you lack willpower, it's because willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired if you overuse it. Think about it. You wouldn't expect to run a marathon without training, right? The same goes for willpower. You need to build it up gradually. Start by focusing on changing one small habit at a time. Once you've mastered that, you can move on to the next one. Celebrate your successes along the way. This will help you stay motivated. Section 9. From procrastination to productivity, real-life transformations. The power of habit change is truly incredible. It's not just about making small adjustments. It's about fundamentally altering the way we approach our daily lives. When we understand how habits work, we can transform our lives in profound ways. This understanding gives us the tools to reshape our behaviors and achieve our goals. Don't just take my word for it. The evidence is all around us. There are countless real-life examples of people who have used the principles in the power of habit to achieve amazing things. These stories are not just inspiring, they are proof that change is possible for anyone. One inspiring story is about a woman who struggled with procrastination for years. She felt trapped in a cycle of delay and stress. She knew she was capable of so much more, but she couldn't seem to break free from her habit of putting things off until the last minute. This constant battle left her feeling frustrated and unfulfilled. Then, she discovered the power of habit loops. This concept opened her eyes to the underlying patterns driving her behavior. She realized that her cue for procrastination was feeling overwhelmed. This was a critical insight that allowed her to start addressing the root cause of her delays. Her routine was to distract herself with social media or mindless tasks. These activities provided a temporary escape, but ultimately led to more stress, and her reward was a temporary escape from her anxiety. However, this reward was short-lived and did not solve the underlying issue. Armed with this awareness, she started changing her habits one step at a time. She began by identifying small, actionable steps she could take to manage her tasks more effectively. She broke down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This made her workload seem less daunting and more achievable. She created a dedicated workspace to minimize distractions. This environment helped her stay focused and productive, and she rewarded herself for her progress. These rewards kept her motivated and reinforced her new positive habits. Slowly but surely, she transformed her procrastination habit into a productivity powerhouse. Her story is a testament to the power of understanding and changing our habits. So if you're struggling with procrastination or any other habit, remember that change is possible. With the right tools and mindset, you can transform your life just like she did. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. Embrace the power of habit change and unlock your full potential. Section 10. Embrace the journey, one habit at a time. Remember, changing habits is a journey, not a race. There will be ups and downs along the way. You might slip up, and that's okay. The key is to be kind to yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate your wins. Believe in your ability to change and never underestimate the power of one small habit. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Rich Reads for more insightful book summaries.